and thank you very much for joining us here on the programme, and thank you very much for taking the time. We now move over to South Asia, where China has issued its first official reaction to the political unrest in Nepal, urging stability after violent protests forced Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli to step down. Speaking in Beijing, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Juan describes China and Nepal as traditional friendly neighbours and expressed hope that all sectors in Nepal would restore social order and stability soon. He also reminded Chinese citizens in Nepal to remain cautious and prioritise safety. Let's listen in to what Lin Juan had to say.
中国和尼泊尔是传统友好邻邦，希望尼泊尔各界能够妥善处理国内问题，尽快恢复社会秩序和国家稳定。中方已提醒在尼的中国公民注意安全。
This came after the demonstrations led largely by Nepal's Gen Z population erupted after the government banned 26 social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp, triggering widespread anger. Let's also listen in to what a few civilians stranded at Kathmandu airport had to say.
म बाहिर जान लागेको छु तर बाहिर जान लागे पनि अब एयरपोर्ट बन्द भइरहेको छ हाम्रो जनताहरुको चाहिँ यति दुःख चाहिँ बुझ्दिनु पर्यो कि प्लिज दुईटा हात जोड्छु कि यो एयरपोर्ट चाहिँ प्लिज खोल्दिनु पर्यो हामी सबैजना सबैजना ऋण लिएर आएको छौं ऋण पनि अहिले हामीलाई ब्याजमा दिन्छ त्यही पनि हामीलाई डबल ब्याज ट्रिपल ब्याज लगाएको हुन्छ लाखौं ऋण लिएर आएको छ प्लिज यति मात्रै हो कि हामीलाई चाहिँ खोल्दिनु चाहिँ पर्यो अनि हामी
अब 7-8 घण्टा भइसक्यो 1 बजे बाहिर खाना साना त्यस व्यवस्था अब होटल सोटल बन्दैछ त्यतिकै चिया नास्ता खाए.
We now move over to the United States, where South Korean workers detained in a mass immigration raid at a Hyundai battery plant in Georgia face delays returning home. Seoul's foreign ministry said a chartered flight scheduled for Wednesday afternoon has been held up due to US circumstances, and talks are underway to ensure their swift return. Last week, US authorities detained 475 people, including more than 300 South Koreans, mostly contracted mechanics working on the plant's production lines. The raid comes as South Korea engages in sensitive trade talks with the United States and faces disruption to its multi-billion-dollar investment in America's electric vehicle supply chain. The White House defended the operation, with President Trump calling for foreign companies to hire Americans, while stressing legal workers can enter quickly if immigration rules are followed. LG Energy has advised staff on short-term visas to return home and those on B1 visas to stay in their hotels as the situation unfolds. We are now joined by Dr. Sanjay Kumar, who's a journalist, and he joins us from Seoul. Thank you very much, Dr. Kumar, for joining us. Always a pleasure to speak to you as these situations unfold. This has been a developing situation for the past week. How are South Koreans feeling about this and the prospect that the Trump administration and the South Korean government has successfully facilitated the return of these 300 individuals that were detained?
Well, it is 6th day and conclusions have not been made yet. When I say conclusion, this means decision has been made that yes, they will be voluntarily departed. But there are some differences in the terminology as well. The U.S. government is seeing it as a detention. Because they were detained and they are seeing it as a deportation. But from the South Korean side, it is being seen as a voluntary departure. So this use of terminology has not only cultural nuances, but legal nuances as well. So South Korean government is trying not to send any signal which may further deteriorate the relationship as well as the perception of the people, because the backlash is getting intensified more and more. And it is not just a matter of those 300 people, Koreans, but also those who are interested in US and who are working with US. You know, the alliance is ironclad. They have got more than 70 years of experience. They have fought war together, shoulder to shoulder. Military alliance is there. US military base is here. And it is globally perceived that US-Korea alliance is very intact, and people-to-people ties are linchpin in this. So the South Korean government also doesn't want to affect this relationship, because when backlash gets intensified, there are negative forces who try to take advantage of it. So that things are making this situation worse. But just this evening, we also came to know from the South Korean Foreign Ministry that it is being further delayed. They were supposed to come by tomorrow, like they were supposed to depart today, US time, but they are going
Yes.
to depart late. And when the Foreign Ministry was asked that why it is being delayed, they did not comment. They refused to comment. But many sources here are saying that it is because of the communication and scheduling problems. For example, there is a 30 hours
Yes.
of time difference between US and South Korea. So this is affecting, and also top diplomats of the two countries are not able to meet directly and discuss and finalize as soon as possible. So these are some reasons which are delaying the entire process.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Kumar, for joining us and giving us that insight from Seoul. Well, that is all that we have time for.